Good afternoon from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's nice to be off with the pixies, isn't it? I wonder if the Vikings did believe in fairy folk, didn't they? Elves and all sorts of magical things, trolls as well. We all know about the internet trolls, don't we? Anyway, I'm off with the pixies and with the Viking gods as well. Might as well be multicultural and multinational when you're dealing with the gods. Let's be real, people. As above, so below. As within, so without. And the gods might be crazy, but in my case, they're very powerful, protective and loving guides and muses, and sometimes actual literal bodyguards as well, although hopefully I don't have to call upon that too often. But every now and then they tweak my spirit and remind me that I'm not alone in this world, and it's beautiful and poignant. So it's a glorious sunny day today, really pretty day today, and it's the 13th of May 2024, and the time is currently 3:38 p.m. Brisbane time. So I've been out in the garden. My elderberry tree in the very front of my property. I've got elderberry trees I planted up the back that never get much fruit because the birds take them all, or doesn't get enough sun. But the one in my front garden near my macadamia nut tree is bursting out in fruit. So I spent about an hour, pulling all the little berries off and putting them in the freezer to, I don't know what I'll make with it, maybe cough lozenges or elderberry wine would be nice. I've never made elderberry wine before. I think that might be a bit complicated. But it might be something to try out, something different. Anyway, it's also very good for one. Very, very good for one indeed. And winter is coming because we're in August. We're in autumn. Oh, dear goddess, my mind really is frying, isn't it? Holding it together, people. Holding it together. Holding it together. Right. So anyway, I'll carry on with my journal entries of even date, and maybe we'll find something surprising or interesting or poignant or sweet. Maybe not. You never know what's going to happen in the Tanya, aka the Psychedelic Dreamers world. But today's offerings are titled Survival of the Fittest and the Most Sanguine, Sanguinosis, which I borrowed from Thomas Sheridan, who more or less invented that saying about keeping our blood clean and pristine and not invaded by foreign entities in the form of pharmaceutical genetic mutations practically coerced into our bodies. Am I right? I'm right. So I would be a pure blood, except I too caught COVID last October. So I'm no longer as pristine as I used to be, but never mind. We're carrying on, even though I have probably the same spike proteins everyone else has, because COVID is COVID. Anyway, who's running around there? Some grown man riding on a electric scooter. This is what's left of our civilization, regression into childhood and other mischiefs. I should actually keep an eye on him. He might be up to something fucking dodgy as well. But anyway, I'm here living my best life. The school children are all coming home from school, which is very sweet, and life goes on. Anyway, sanguinosis, people of Earth, maintain your sanguinosis for as long as you possibly can. Now, why is that not scrolling? That's no good if it doesn't scroll, because I need it to scroll or I can't use it. This laptop's still not right. I'll have to take it back to my friend Peter and say, it's not working. No, it's not. It's really not. Bugger. All right, what shall I do? I'll panic. I'll panic and I'll panic, and then I'll make another video. Might just have to quickly press the restart button and I'll just burble on about other things. F7, F7 to stop the sevens. It's driving me mad, people. But my friend Peter says we can take it back to factory reset and just reload everything, start from scratch. So we might have to do that. And just wait a few seconds for it to restart. And it didn't restart, so I'm going to restart it. Bloody computers, people. I'm not coping. I'm really not coping anymore. I hope I'm not getting early onset freaking dementia. That would be the worst thing that could happen to me. And, you know, there is a history. My mother died of advanced Alzheimer's, so what can I say? What can I say? Right, here we go. We're back into Firefox. We're back into Vocal Media. Hopefully it behaves itself this time. I'll have to hold my mouth right. By the gods. By the gods. Right. Hopefully we're all right now. I could have been a raging success if I... No, that's a lie. Let's not lie to myself. If I can't manage a freaking laptop, how can I be a success at anything? It's a bit of a existential angst I'm suffering from these days. Right, let's try again. We're getting closer. Got to navigate to the page, which takes a fair bit of navigating because you've got to go. Oh, see, it's doing weird shit again. Just think of all the extra grey hairs I get every time I have trouble with this laptop. It's sending me grey. It's withering me. I'm withered. I'm withered. I'm fading away to a shadow. No. I'm perfectly fine. Just be sanguine and patient with the process. Here it goes again. Don't do it, girlfriend. Don't do it to me. What shall we name my laptop? Who's the most obstinate, obstreperous, sabotaging person you know? I don't. Probably me. Like my laptop's just like me. Oh dear goddess. That's a bit weird, isn't it? 13th of May. Huh. Alright. It's a totally different, today is the 13th of May, yes. It's a totally different title, so I must have been in the wrong month as well last time. 13th of May, 13th of May. Alright. So, we're being sanguinosis, but that wasn't the title. Oh dear goddess. Just as well we started from scratch. Now will it let me scroll down? Yes, it will. So the title is actually, it's a bit weird. Maybe I've got two 13th of Mays up here. That could be possible, you know. I noticed there was a double up a few months ago and I deleted the other one. Anyway, on we go. Today's title is From Root Canals, Ouch, to Burgeoning Creativity, including the surprising new ability of clairaudience that came out of left field. Weird, but wonderful. Yes, when the gods decide to finger you in the fickle finger of fate right in the top of your crown chakra and say, "You're mine, girlfriend," they will communicate with you in all ways they possibly can. Usually with me it's synchronicities, but back in 2020 they started actually communicating with me in archaic Māori, which was astonishing. And so that's when I realised that part of the aging process is you become more psychic as you age, and I had reached that special time of my life, being an older woman, that even my spirit people were acknowledging me more than ever before. Well, I guess they'd always acknowledged me, but they were now communicating with me audibly, which was a little bit confronting, to be honest. I worried I might be going crazy, but no, I'm fine. I am fine, believe it or not. Anyway, here's a photo of me with my beautiful daughter, who sent me a Happy Mother's Day text yesterday. So, not all who wander are lost, and strange daughters who are boigus, we're boigus with each other actually. Not all is completely lost. And, oops, I've got the sun in my eyes and it's too much. That's a bit better. So, yes, my baby girls. My baby girl is 38 and November, January, February, March, April, May, 38 and 5 months. Time is marching on. And that photo was taken on Mother's Day, 13th of May 2018. Oh, mama. So 13th of May 2024 today, a beautiful sunny day. I mentioned the elderberries, which I'm freezing down, and I wrote, I'm tired but happy. And I was trying to decide what I'm going to do with the elderberries. A decision will need to be made if I have enough of them. "13th of May 2023, 1 year ago. Resting today, not well, pushed myself too hard." That will be in relation to jewellery making, although sometimes I push myself too hard on my wild dances as well. So it's par for the course. I'm used to it, people. Being really, really energised one day and half dead the next. That's another reason why my favourite song is Zombie. I've literally lost decades being half dead. But when I'm alive, I'm really, really alive, and I make up for lost time. So here we are, 13th of May 2022. Good morning. The Tanya has scraped 7 hours sleep from 3 a.m. until 10 a.m. Phew. Why is there a weird light flashing? Okay, stop now. Phew, that will keep me from the bottom of the abyss and hold my mind, body and spirit together. I woke up thinking I heard the postman's motor scooter, dragged myself out of bed, threw on a dressing gown, but alas no. I am in a state of excitement over bupkis, Twitter-pated. Oh, I love it when I get Twitter-pated. Oh, hear him again, so not going crazy. Anyway, I also had the refrains of the song Landslide washing through my synaptic impulses. Just kind of weird because a few days ago I had the song from Blink 182 going through my mind. So see, it's how they communicate, my spirit people. They send me song lyrics or melodies. It's quite astonishing at times. So it's been on my brain now for 3 days on a loop. It's how I knew it was a message, when it keeps repeating ad nauseum. I actually survived a serious landslide as a 6-month-old infant when half our house in Holloway Road, Te Aro, Wellington, New Zealand, slipped down the hill. Half my nursery disappeared. Latanya, as always, charmed by some angel, was in the remaining part of the boudoir. Anyway, the words kept echoing. I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life around you. And people get older, I'm getting older too. Which, when you think about it, sounds like kind of a threat, really. But anyway, old age happens to all of us who defy Lady Death and get handed back to planet Earth more times than I can count, and wasn't under my control, people. So maybe they were teasing me about the fact that I've been allowed the right and privilege to become an older woman. Maybe that was the message. Almost like, ha ha, sucked in, you're going to get old and decrepit, and you're going to be toothless and sleepless and bladderless, and, well, I'm not going to be bladderless. Let's not go too extreme, people. But you're going to be up all night with your bladder, and you're going to be festy, and no one's going to want you, and you're kind of doomed. But I'm not accepting that reality. Oh! Anyway, it's all good, people. It's all good. The spirits wanted to remind me about my life keeps changing, and I built my life around them too. So they like to stir me up from time to time. Yeah, it's weird, but I never expected to get this old at all, especially given the multitude of times I kissed Death's hairy eyeball. Lady Death chimes in, I do not have a hairy eyeball, thank you very much. All right then, just a fickle fingering of fate and a damn odd sense of humour and of cosmic timing. Gah! Anyway, the song won't leave me alone until I pass on the message. It might not be just for me. Don't fear the reaper. Don't fear changing or getting older. Don't build cardboard castles of tasteless, empty beige rooms of other people's dreams, goals, aspirations. Just don't. Produce your own work, people. Take delight in your own manifestations. Don't be a watered-down carbon copy of someone else. Be your own creativity. I strive to do that anyway. All right, I did steal the name Sanguinosis from Thomas Sheridan, but only because it's apt and I really, really liked it. To you, Thomas. He doesn't watch my videos, don't get me wrong. I'm not grandiose or anything. I just like to acknowledge who inspires me and who I borrow from occasionally. It's called having integrity. I continue on. Make your own life so beautiful that the song lines of the land, and I'm borrowing there from Indigenous culture, the song lines of the land, so I acknowledge the Aboriginal people of the land that I live on, that I'm very grateful to, that I live on their sacred land. Song lines are very, very sacred. Make your own life so beautiful that the song lines of the land will sing your spirit for eternity. So you can guess who one of my spirit people probably is. an Aboriginal person or an Indigenous person. Here I write, okay, a bit grandiose, that last statement, but if you build your life around other people, you are going to lose your heart and soul eventually, as humans are fickle creatures and their love is as unreliable as vapour. The harder you try to hold on to the mirage, the faster it slips away. Don't make prisoners of your love or hold too tight or hope too much. You're bound to be disappointed. Love is a gift that can be given freely or not at all. Don't settle for the scraps from someone else's table, and don't settle for anything less than what is truly yours by divine right. Mama T has spoken. It's a message for me too, to ensure that I am truly deeply loved next time, and that it's not a mistake, it's not a fool's errand, and I'm not being led down the river Styx to my own immolation by loving a false one ever again. My heart just can't take it, people. It really can't. But I've been shown so much love and affection in recent months that every now and then I get a little bit excited and silly, and I even apologise for my risque behaviour recently. But anyway, it's all a bit of fun, and it's not, as long as it remains just a bit of fun and not harming anyone, then I'm okay with that. It's not until you love your own being enough and strengthen your own fortress with a formidable fortitude of firm foundations, which I never had in childhood, which is why 25 years of therapy and I was still drawing in dickheads, by the way. Anyway, with granite walls that stretch up into the ionosphere, and an open mind and open roof that allows blessings, inspirations, reconfigurations, and joy to pour down upon you until you change and become all you wish to be, truly alive and full of hope and courage and grace. Well, it's a work in progress, and I have rebuilt from shattered dreams and horoscopes before, in peacetime no less, when other women died or went seriously insane. And it was a bit touch and go for me on both those counts, many, many times. I've barely made it through, people. It's astonishing what I have survived. And I'm grateful to those amazing mortals that were determined for me to survive. In particular, my psychiatrist, who reminds me frequently that he's determined that I live at least another 20 years. And I tell him he's asking a bit much of me, and he tells me it's still very much in the realms of possibility, and I just need to choose life and accept it. And he's right. He is right. But I've started to arc up about even choosing life any further because I'm exhausted by decades of trauma and disappointments. And so I'm just enjoying every gift of true friendship and love bestowed upon me and being nourished by it, because what else have I got left out of life, really? Really, it is quite that dark and that astonishing, but also a bit miraculous as well. Never give up, people. No matter what, never give up. and it's hard not to when you had my life path, just saying. Here I continue writing. I am no ordinary mortal. No one truly is. We just have to tap into our magic and our majesty. Although it would have been kinder if I had not been thrown to the wolves so often that I had to scrape, scrape, scrape myself back together for decades. But yes, landslides and abysmal abysses have great and powerful gifts and teachings, provided you're not caught in the middle of one, which I was, as I said, saved by the gods even as a baby from that one. Live life abundantly and joyously, and love the ones that love you truly, and hold them precious. Have no fear, the Tanya is here, even if occasionally she is sleep deprived or hypomanic, so half out of her mind, but her solid fat hobbit body is holding her to the ground, and her spirit is soaring over the mountain, watching and waiting for the next direction, like a murmurating swallow in synchronous flight with the crowd. I am the one that flies off beat, a little out of line or out of sync with the rest, which is why I fail so spectacularly. But that too means I see what the masses do not see in their frenzy to belong. Change is in the air. I can smell it. I pray it's a positive, benevolent, loving thing for our planet and for little old me too. Have a gorgeous day, people. Love you. What year was that? Just need to quickly scroll back one moment. 2022, so we were still pretty much immersed in the COVIDian mishigas, and it's just dreadful. Anyway, 2:11 a.m. I went to bed at 11 p.m. feeling so exhausted I thought I might faint. I lay down on my bed, and instead of passing out into slumber, I became rocket-fueled instead. Still lying here, wondering what is wrong with my brain. I felt tired and drained all day yesterday after my efforts in the previous 2 days making hooks from silverware. I can't believe I am not sleeping. Insomnia is crazy making. Yes, it is. Very crazy making. Very debilitating. And I hate to say it, but it can lead to dementia and Alzheimer's too. So it's a worry. It's a great worry. 2 years later, and the work, mahi, the spirits of my Māori cousins' grandparents were alluding to, has manifested. Me working on making jewellery from flatware. I exhausted myself yesterday, so had to rest today. I was completely drained, so baby steps. I am, as usual, too late or too old, but I can only try and keep trying. I haven't done any silversmithing, making anything for about 2 months now, but I have ordered a lovely, was it a fork or a spoon? I can't even remember. It's en route, and from America, so I'll probably make a nice ring out of that. It was a lovely pattern I saw, and I got tempted. I was like, oh, that's just lovely. But then I sort of lost the will to make things since it's not selling, you know. I thought, well, because they're all vintage and antique items and they're sterling silver, you know, for me to buy them, I have to pay a lot more, and then got to put your markup on it, and people don't want to pay. They just want everything for nothing. It's just dreadful. But anyway, if nothing else, I will wear it, or it'll make a nice gift for someone down the track. Although, ironically, most of my women friends don't want to wear jewellery, so I can't even gift them the jewellery I make. You know, Jared's the only one that is always happy when I give him a nice piece of jewellery I've made, and he does wear the stuff I've given him. I've seen him wear it, so I'm happy about that. But I'm disappointed that I can't make jewellery for my women friends, because it's something that I do, right? It's my art, and oh well, there's no point making stuff for people that they're not going to wear. It's just a dreadful waste of my time and energy and resources. So, you know, I just have to reach acceptance and move on, babies. 13th of May 2021. I finally solved the problem of holding up my staff. I bought a broom holder thingy on eBay. It finally arrived from China. Should actually buy a couple more, actually. It's quite a handy little thing. So the staff is attached to the wall that way. Stop it from toppling over. It's very heavy too. Didn't want it toppling over. Just observing lots of cars going past, but it's now after 4 o'clock, so I suppose it's people coming home from work. Next project, I'm going to unscrew the brass edging from my mother's broken Italian inlaid drinks trolley. It broke when Crystal borrowed it for one of her plays. No doubt it was partially broken anyway with age, so I didn't get too angry with her, although it was an exquisite piece. So I was very upset that it broke, but, you know, shit happens. Shit happens. Nothing lasts forever, not even some furnishing type things like drinks trolleys. Anyway, the craftsmanship of the timber is exquisite, so I'm going to try to cut out the ornate centerpiece and glue it on top of my cutlery canteen I just bought for $45. I think it will look lovely. Upcycling this piece will feel good, as it has been lying around in its broken state for several years now. The play was in 2015, and the season ended on the night Crystal flew to Ireland. Like literally, she ended, you know, shut down the play, and we rushed to drive her to the airport. It was that chaotic and mad. Waste not, want not. It's been in my family for decades. It's time to make it useful again. And here it is. I'm not sure what that light coming across it was from, but anyway, that's not part of it. It's just a light anomaly that came up in the photo. Now I've got to figure out how to remove the chipboard backing without damaging the thin marquetry veneer. Shit. And it wasn't easy, especially since I'm not actually a carpenter or a cabinet maker, and I'm a beginner and I didn't really have the skills. But Mama T made it happen, am I right? I'm going to take you into the spare room where I keep that little cutlery box and show you what it looks like now. Just move the washing up back on top of the bed, and I'll bring it down. I'll just sit you up here for a moment because it's quite heavy. Right, where are you? Right, you stay there, people of Earth. Oh, there goes Socks. Socks, you stay up there, mate. No good falling off with your ashes everywhere. Right, of course it's all dusty because I haven't dusted in months. Very naughty. But anyway, here it is. I turned it into a top for that cutlery box, and it wasn't easy, but I'm quite proud of it. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm still proud of it. Here it is. And I even made